Excuse me, I just dialed a Blog Talk. I don't hear nothing. Hello?
Blog Talk Radio.
Okay, I got it.
Your show is scheduled to start in 60 seconds. You are now in the host queue.
Clue me in. Put me in the queue.
Welcome to Worldwide.
Don't say nothing. Put me in the queue.
You're in the queue.
No, I'm not. I'm hearing that music. Turn that music off. What's that music playing for? Call in on it. Call in on it. Cut that music off. Call in on your personal phone. All right. Y'all tune in. All right. Thanks so much. Give me a minute. I'm trying to get this stuff straight.
Welcome to
I didn't tell
Worldwide.
you to do that. Turn that off. I didn't tell you to do that. Turn that off. I know I'm on the air. Turn that off. Don't do anything I don't ask you to do. Stay on that board. Y'all hold tight for a minute. I'm getting straight here. Please, can you call in on that and get that music off? Y'all bear with me. Black Power. All right, there. I got to get command up in here. All right, Black Power. Tune in with me. Woo! Just take a deep breath. You know how I am when webcast about to start. All right, y'all tune on in. Here I am. Here I am. I just got out of court not too long ago. I wanted to put on my black outfit and my black uniform and all of that, but I can't. What's that conference call number, sister? 515-604. I'm not supposed to be able to hear you if I can mute everybody, right? I ain't supposed to be able to hear you. What you want me to do? What's the code? 587? 396-587 is the code. Okay, how do I mute you out? How do I mute the people from the conference call from calling in on Zoom? How do I block them? I can't mute them when they get on? Huh?
They told me push *7. Just wait.
I have to study this stuff in advance. All right. Anyway, Black Power, Black Power. Glad y'all tuning in. Stay in tune with me. I am getting settled here. I'm getting settled here. And y'all bear with me. The call-in number for the radio. I'm on Facebook Live now. I'm on Blog Talk Radio / WW Pan African Movement. blogtalkradio.com / Pan African Movement. That phone number is area code 914-338-1980. 914-338-1980. That's the way you can call in and ask me questions, or you can text. What's that new text phone number, sister? I texted to you. Hold on. I'm going to give you a new WhatsApp number and a text number. You can download WhatsApp too while we're doing this. What's that number? 202-875-9623. Okay. Can you download WhatsApp on that line while we're doing this, beloved? And put that in there, please. Y'all bear with me. Tune on in. We got to have a serious talk about the whole movement tonight. All over the world. I got friends that are tuning in from Jamaica and the Worldwide Pan-African Movement. And I got some serious business to take care of tonight. I thank you for giving me the chance to talk to you. My WhatsApp number is 875-9623, area code 202-875-9623. 202-875-9623. That's for your questions, and that's for WhatsApp. 875-9623, area code 202. That's for questions and WhatsApp. You can text it, and we're going to put WhatsApp on in a second. I want you also, if you want to ask your question live on this phone line, 338-1980. And the conference call number is also 515-604-9974. Code number 396587. All right, give me 1 second. Let me give my assistant some instructions, and we're going to be ready to go off. I got serious business to take care of. These men here, I want him in a suit and tie. Give me a picture of him in a suit and tie. Give me a picture of him in his royal garments, and give me a picture of the African diaspora. Print that off for me right there. And give me these flyers, too. Give me Charlottesville, this latest thing I got online. It's all right. They can hear me taking care of my business. Charlottesville and October 5th. You know what it is. Here, Charlottesville, October 5th. It's on my Facebook page. Print them out and let's get going right here. All right. Black Power, Black Power. Thank y'all for tuning in. I see so many of y'all. I can read some of your questions right here on Facebook Live. For anybody that's calling from anywhere on the planet, I got you on Facebook Live. I'm also here on www.panafricanmovement.org. That's where I am now also. I want you to remember this website for organizational purposes. www.panafricanmovement.org. Or you can watch this live right now at strike that. You can go to blackmensmovement.org. blackmensmovement.org. I'm gonna put these cameras together so I can get all these screens and talk to everybody at the same time in the same way. blackmensmovement.org. That should do it. blackmensmovement.org. And also blfjustice.org. That's the website for Black Lawyers for Justice. B as in Black. Akbar, could you please, sir, open that so we can get more light. Pull that down. www.blfjustice.org. It's Black Lawyers for Justice. We all the way live. Blackmensmovement.org. We all the way live. www.panafricanmovement.com. All the way live. www means worldwide. www.panafricanmovement.com. We're all the way live. I'm on Facebook Live, Malik Zulu Shabazz. And for the last time in a minute, I'm going to say that I'm at 914 for questions live. 914-338-1980 and 515-604-9974. Code number 396587. If you want to text, if you're not here on Facebook or you're listening on the phone, you can text 202-875-9623. Sister, get to printing that out, please, Queen. 875-9623. All right. Am I good, Mr. Akbar? Is my volume good? Am I good, sister, on the conference call? Am I good on the website, Sister Renee? Confirmed through Sister Khadijah that I'm all the way straight on the websites. Sisters and brothers, thanks for checking in with me. It's quite ambitious. I'm trying to get up to the modern times with the modern speed because I'm not a man that likes just punching a lot of buttons all the time. I'm not on Instagram all the time. I can't wake up every day and be tweeting. What am I tweeting and Instagramming? I do Facebook, but overall, I'm just not a social media man. I'm an organizer. I, by God's grace, am an organizer. And so now that I have a need to organize, I got to get all these websites and Facebooks and Twitters and Instagram and all of this stuff with the help of my staff straight for a purpose. And the purpose is not to be seen. Negroes want to be seen. They want to be seen. They want to be acknowledged. I ain't got them kind of insecurity problems where I got to be seen and I got to be acknowledged every minute. Let me put this up here right. I don't have those kind of issues. Make sure this thing level here. Just to Get it right. I don't have those kind of issues. I got a mission here. I've come from Jamaica. I was in Jamaica on August 20th. I had a great experience. I want to say I had a divine experience. I've been to Jamaica many times, a few times, and I had fun in Jamaica. I jet skied. I did all kind of stuff. It wasn't political, but it was fun. But this is the first time I had to go to Jamaica for the real purpose I wanted to go to, which is the liberation of the black man and woman, and to speak with revolutionaries from Jamaica, the Caribbean, and throughout the world. It's the first time I had that opportunity, and I had that chance.
Feedback, you return one of the volumes.
I'll turn it down. All right, so we straight.
Mine is off.
Don't distract me right now. You better handle it. Turn that down and handle it. All right. So once again, I had a unique experience. You know, we can go to have fun. You know, it's nice to travel. Go have fun, have your nice hotel, be on the beach, to do those things that men and women do to enjoy life. That's what I've been to Jamaica for. But that's not really my main mission in life, nor is my purpose. So I was very, very happy to be invited to Jamaica by the brothers and sisters at Irie FM, who brought me down for the Marcus Garvey celebration. And by bringing me down for the Marcus Garvey celebration, excuse me, y'all making too much noise. Y'all don't distract me. No, I don't have to do nothing. Handle it. Sorry about that. That's why I tell them, get here in advance. Get here in advance, you have all this worked out. Now, y'all bear with me. I'm trying to get off the ground to a nice start here tonight because I told people to tune in. I got people tuning in here from the Worldwide Pan-African Movement. I got brothers and sisters here from Nigeria. I got them from throughout different parts of the planet that are depending on me to get going here right. I got my Rastafari brothers and sisters. Give me the rest of those, sisters. You're going to be Marcus Garvey. You got him? Give me some Marcus Garvey and give me the African diaspora up here, please. All right. And then while you at it, give me some pictures of Caribbean slavery while you're doing that. I got my trusted staff here. I love them. I respect them, but we got to be hard on them up here. Give me him in a suit and tie, sister, if you don't mind. All right. So I'm going to get this message and this interaction. I'm going to start taking questions fast. I'm not going to waste time. And let me explain a little bit about myself and my life so you can understand what I'm going through so that you can try to see if I'm a little bit slow sometimes. It might seem like I'm all over the map. And you, those flyers, Charlottesville and October 5th. Please print them so I can talk about that. It might seem like I'm all over the map. It might seem like I'm doing too much. It might seem like whatever. Somebody might WhatsApp me. They might say, man, you ain't answered my call. Somebody might send me an Instagram message. Man, you ain't answered my call. Somebody might call my law office. I had my case to be handled. You ain't answered my call. You didn't answer my email. First of all, what I want to say to you is I apologize. Because whatever expectation I create in you that would make you call me, I am respectful of that. Even though I'm one man with one staff, the fact that something I said to you or something that I did or something that I possibly could do, either legally or politically, that could help you. If you contacted me, wrote me, called me, tried to get with me, and you didn't get a prompt response, and that hurt your feelings, and somehow I'm not going to make excuses. I'm going to apologize to you, and I'm going to do the best I can. And so I want to say to you right now that your brother and your servant, Malik Zulu Shabazz, I'm doing the best I can, and I'm striving to do the best I can with what God is revealing to me. And what consciousness is revealing to me and telling me so I can help our people. I went to Jamaica on August 20th so that I could speak at the Marcus Garvey celebration, my objective is to help our people. You say I'm headed to Charlottesville, Virginia to deal with these neo-Nazi, these racist, Klan, and white supremacists on August 27th. My objective, my motive is to help our people. I'll explain more in a minute. We're doing the 10,000 Black Men's March. It's been delayed till April 2018. On October 5th, I have Dr. Cornel West. I have 40 other organizations that are going to appear with us in Washington, D.C. What is our motive? What is my motive? My motive is I'm trying to help our people. Look at my checkbook. Look at what I'm spending on. Helping this, helping that, financing this, financing that. Am I a fool? What is my motive? My motive is I'm trying to help our people. I was born to try to help our people. I'm sitting here in my law office right now. I got cases stacked here. I got enough cases here and causes here where I don't have to do nothing else for nobody but my clients. And helping my clients with help in a field that is woefully short in manpower, in legal power, and that is the fight inside of this courtroom against governments, municipalities, and police departments to fight these police who are killing our people, and it is a no-joke fight. I just came out of U.S. District Court, downtown D.C., coming out here to my office, again, in a fight with the government to help our people. I could just do that. As a matter of fact, somebody kind of pissed me off the other day. But still, they kind of really pissed me off. I was riding with this person and they started needling me. I'm going to leave the person's name nameless because I respect this sister very much. But she really pissed me off because I've given all my life since I was a college student. Since I started April 1988, had my first rally on the campus of Howard University as the head of the progressive student movement, later to be called Unity Nation. I have organized and gave it all for Black people. I have lost reputation. I've had the Zionists, the white man, the so-called Jew, the government, Southern Poverty Law Center, Abraham Foxman, a whole host of white people, misguided reporters, lying writers, defame me on the internet. I'm a professional. And you goddamn defame my reputation. Wikipedia defamed my reputation and lied on me and misrepresented what was in my heart for my people and what I stood for and tried to make a mockery out of me. Now I went through this for now, maybe not 30 years, but 24 years, 23 years. Since the Black Holocaust rally and my support for Dr. Khalid Muhammad at Howard University. I have borne a lot of stripes, but I'm not in prison like Sekou Odinga. I'm not in prison like those who have been in prison and passed on. I'm not in prison. So there's others that have paid a greater price. Yet I've given my all. And I told this sister I was riding with, I said, you know, one of my goals is right now, I want to be one of the top trial lawyers in the United States of America. That's what I've said. Mute your phone if you're calling in on that conference call line. Mute your phone, please, because I don't have control over it. Mute your phone, family. Make sure, keep that noise down, please. Mute your phone if you're on the line, please. Thank you so much. Then I'll let you in and ask a question. Family, love y'all. Love y'all. Let me ease up for a minute. I always get a little anxious when a webcast come on because I've had so many bad experiences, but by God's grace, I'm getting better. So I want to thank Sister Khadijah, my executive assistant here at Black Lawyers for Justice. I want to thank Imam Akbar. Come around here, brother.
Oh, my brother. Yep.
I'll be rough on them, but they still love them and they're my family, and we just trying to be right.
Oh, thank you, my brother.
Love you, man. Love you.
Big love. Good to see you. Good shape,
Akbar.
man.
Akbar, he represents the new Black Panther Party. All right, so let me say something to you. He's manning the radio board. Sister, you got that over there. Thank you for printing out everything over here. All right, we all are going here. This sister who I was riding with, I'm getting into my subject. Y'all bear with me. I see y'all tuning in. Thank you. I got to talk about St. Louis and what we're going to do about St. Louis. Charlottesville, what we're going to do about Charlottesville. Hurricane is hurting our people. Our people are suffering in Africa. Now, I told her, I said, I want to be one of the top trial lawyers against the police in America. That's one of my goals right now. And I deserve that goal because I gave, as the chairman of the new Black Panther Party, 13 of my best years. I started Black Lawyers for Justice in 1996. I was with Dr. Khalid Muhammad in the Million Youth March and with him in the Panther Party, but I also was an emerging attorney. And I had my leader, Dr. Khalid Muhammad, out front as the chairman of the Panther Party. I was his attorney and his spokesman. And I was also on my way to just being a hell of a trial lawyer. Then Dr. Muhammad, my mentor, my guide, died on me. And I was faced with the position or the contradiction or whether I would lead the party or let the party fall apart. And so I had to make a moral choice. And I made the moral choice to lead the Panther Party as the chairman, which consumed my time, brought me much fire from the enemy, but also I helped save a lot of lives. Also, I inspired a lot of people. Also, I helped organize Black people all over the world. Also, many of you who are on this line tonight, you heard or benefited in some way, you participated in some way in my chairmanship over the Panther Party. And in great respect, I helped to keep Black nationalism and Black power alive. From 2001 till 2013, as the head of the new Black Panther Party, we were the anchor for Black power and Black nationalism in America. We were the anchors, and I was the chairman of that anchor. Praise be to God. But it cost me some time in studying this and helping in this area. So I told the sister I'm riding with that this is what I want to do. And she started nagging me and going in on me, telling me I got to do more and do this and do that. And really, I got pissed at her. I got out the car in damn near the middle of the street and I slammed the door. And I walked off with my briefcases full of cases. And I don't want to tell you what I said in my mind because it would be profane. And I'm trying to be profound instead of profane. But you know what? Even when somebody criticizes you, even if they may be wrong, even if they may be out of spirit, even if they may be out of time, still, if you search the depth of that criticism, there might be something in it for you. There might be some divine in it for you, even though it hurts your ears, even though it irritates you. Still, she touched my consciousness. This sister questioned my commitment to Black nationalism and Black power. I mean, I was fuming. After what I've seen and what I've suffered and what I've given, I mean, I was pissed. Nevertheless, I said, I'll show you, goddammit. So I thank you for your criticism, and I'll take your criticism in the divine context. So even since that happened a few weeks ago, I said, okay, damn it, every piece of business I got out here that's hanging in the liberation movement, I'm going to get on my assignment and complete my assignment for the benefit of the people, even if it goddamn kills me. I'm going to find a way to make more hours in a day than it is hours in a day. I'm going to find a way to do the impossible, hold several jobs at the same time. Not only am I a full-time attorney, I got a full-time other businesses that I run. I help people. I help the needy all over my city. I got staff I run. And I'm goddamn good at what I do, and I'm happy at what I do. I employ Black people. I kick me out of payroll every 2 weeks. Is that right?
Yes.
Huh? Is that right? Say amen. Say it louder. Say it as you pick up that check every 2 weeks. Say it. Amen. I'm a credible, competent, progressive black businessman too. I know it's enemies as well as friends watching. You ain't gonna get no more details than that, devil. So on top of that, or even before that, I'm a revolutionary. I'm dedicated to the overturning of the white man's wicked world of imperialism, colonialism, slavery, white supremacy, and everything else that the white man has done. I'm pissed most of all at the white man and his system, his way of life. And that is my driving goal. So, in order to complete this mission, I had to lift more weights and get in better shape so I can be strong right around the clock, so I can kick the ass of my critics. Now, let me start off by saying, giving honor to God. I'm coming to questions shortly. Thank y'all. There's a rack of people tuning in. Stephen X, Tara Franklin Gurley, Hassan Islam, all of y'all. Welcome. Giving honor to God, I bear witness that regardless to land, label, or language, that there is but one God. Whether you're a Christian, Muslim, Rastafari, Israelite, Yoruba, whatever you call it, I bear witness there's but one God. However you perceive God, however you perceive it, arm, leg, arm, head, and the like, there is but one God. I want to open up by saying that because I made this point on Facebook the other day and it was reinforced in Jamaica. The importance of God consciousness in the movement. Many of my communist and my socialist brothers and sisters who I love very much, they're part of our family. They don't want to hear nothing about that God talk. God is not in their conversation. I respect that, and now respect me for having God in mind. Because as I said the other day, that black people are a spiritual people. And if you do not communicate with black people on a spiritual level, on a social level, and on a personal level, you will not succeed in winning over and wedding and attracting black people. You cannot approach black people on a material level only and expect success. We say we want political progress, and political progress is material progress. Political progress means ultimately self-determination, political control over our affairs in Jamaica, in America, worldwide. But politics, when you're talking to black people, politics without spirituality will not get you very far. You cannot go to black people, keep saying, we want a new mayor, we want a city council, we want governor, we want president, we want this one out, we want that one out, we want the other one out. We want all those political objectives. But you have to address black people, in my judgment. You can't avoid approaching them from a spiritual perspective because they are a spiritual people. From the very beginning of Kemet, Ethiopia, Nubia, all throughout Africa, we are a spiritual people. I'm not talking about religion, though religion has its place. Black people are spiritual. When I gave my speech in Jamaica on August 20th, it was laced in my way of going about things. It's spiritual. I relate to my Rasta brothers and sisters on a spiritual level, on a biblical level. All right, so I'm going to say giving honor to God, and then I'm going to say that this God concept we're talking about, God's favors on us. His obligation, the divine obligation, is on us to reach our divine destiny. As a nation and as a people, we have a divine destiny. We not only have a material destiny, we not only have a political destiny, we not only have political objectives, but we have a divine objective, and we have a divine destiny that's rooted in the universal order of this. Ma'at means truth, justice, balance, order, harmony, and reciprocity. Our ancestors were spiritual. We say it, and we read it in the Bible, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Speaking allegorically of the black man, it says, I am Alpha and Omega. From the very beginning, black people have been spiritual. You want to talk about how great we were in Kemet, what we built in Kemet. Khufu was a spiritual man. I'm talking about the pyramid builders. The pharaohs were spiritual men. Hatshepsut was a spiritual woman. Akhenaten, no doubt, the flamethrower for monotheism, he's a spiritual man. And the people of Kemet that built civilization were spiritual people. The people that built Ethiopia, or what's called ancient Kush before Kemet, they were a spiritual people. My teacher, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, was a spiritual man dedicated to material progress. So all I'm asking for from my communist brothers and sisters, from my socialist comrades and brothers and sisters, even those that don't believe in divine things, tolerate me in my divine belief, because it's what keeps me going. It's the God factor. And the thinking on God and the acting on God, and it's the black man trying to be God. And I see our movement as divine and my meanings and travels as divine. Now, don't tell me nothing about Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. Give me Mr. Garvey, please, in a suit and a tie, if you can. I don't see him in a, oh, he's up here? Get him in the suit and the tie. But that's all right. That's all right. I'll ease up on you for a minute. Let me say this. Y'all, thanks for tuning in. Bear with me. I'm on blackmensmovement.org. I'm on blfjustice.org. And I'm on www.panafricanmovement.org. And for the record, the website for the Worldwide Pan-African Movement is www.pam.org. Write this down, because this is where brothers and sisters all over the world are getting together. www.pam.org. And the Pan-African Movement is also on WhatsApp. You got that WhatsApp over there? You working on it? All right. As long as you're working it. The WhatsApp number, you can check in now, 875-202-875-9623. Back to this talk here, my chat with Jamaica and the Pan-African world. Look, I was touched in the divine sense when I went to Jamaica, not just in the material sense, in the spiritual sense. Okay? Now, we know about Jamaica from this man right here. Can you see him? I guess this is Facebook Live. Okay. Can you see this man? You see him here on the website? Who is that man? What do thou knoweth about this man? Who is this man? Huh? Who is this man? He is one of the greatest men, not just black men. Of course, he's one of the greatest black men ever. But he is one of the greatest men ever to walk the planet Earth. I'm talking about the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. He is the man that brings us on the line tonight. It's Marcus Mosiah Garvey's spirit that has me working and laboring and striving to get this message out tonight. It's Marcus Garvey, the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey's spirit that I come to Jamaica on. It's Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey who I've cried tears at night thinking about how we dogged this man. Thinking about how even Jamaica, I love you, but you did not treat this man right. You didn't treat him right before he left, and you didn't treat him right when he came back. And you did not treat him right in America, black people of America. You have a prophet, a man, as the Deuteronomy say, a man from your midst like unto Moses, who came to you and gave you everything that anybody could desire: a culture, an ideology, a flag, ships on the high seas, a nation of your own. And we dogged him. You holler about him now, Garvey, 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 Garvey. But what is it in us that when Garvey was here, we dogged Mr. Garvey? And Mr. Garvey died in the early 60s, a broken man. I cry over that. A broken man, without support around him, frustrated. The New Testament say we have killed our prophets, from Abel to Zechariah. Also say a prophet is not without honor, but in his own house and country. Now we got some making up to do for this. Because while we hollering Garvey, 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 the record says that we dogged Mr. Garvey, that we abandoned Mr. Garvey, that we did not treat him right, and therefore a curse have come upon us. A curse have come upon us. I'll get back to him in a minute. The Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, because we are duty bound to pick up his pieces and to do his work. I'm talking to Brother Gordon there in the UNIA. I'm talking to you, Oli. I'm talking to y'all who are in Jamaica, the Maroons. I'm talking to us in Harlem, in Washington, D.C., in America, all of us who are under the red, black, and green. All of us. We got some making up to do, or the divine order is going to destroy us. I'll come back in a minute. Pardon my spirit. I really didn't know what I was going to say today because I just couldn't calculate it. And I just couldn't do it. But here I am. Who is this black man? Who is this black man? Huh? Who is this black man right here? From Jamaica. And what makes Jamaica so great that it give us our grace? Who is this black man right here? Let me put him close in tight. Drench in his features. Feel his presence. Who is this man? Who is that, huh? He is none other than the most honored Leonard P. Howe. He's the most honorable Leonard P. Howe. He is the founder. He is the first Rasta. Do you hear me? Leonard P. Howe is the first Rasta. And he's a student of Mr. Garvey. Both of these men came from Jamaica to America. Think over that, Jamaica. Think over that, America. What is the connection between the black man and woman in America and the black man and woman of Jamaica? Why did these men come to America? Why were they inspired to come to America? Who are we, the black peoples of the Western Hemisphere? Are we not the fulfillment of Genesis 15:13? Have we not been in a land that is not our own for 400 years under a strange people? Huh? Are we not the real Israelite of the scripture? A man like unto Moses, a man like unto Moses, a black Moses came to our midst. He came to his own, yet they received him not. Who is this black man? The Honorable Leonard Powell, the first Rasta. You say, well, he didn't have dreads. The first Rasta did not have dreads. And I gotta say this, to be honest, the real dread is not in the hair. The real dread is the wisdom of the mind that comes from Leonard P. Howe. Are you with me? The real dread of them is the real lock of the mind that locks into the consciousness that the first Rasta taught. Well, what was he teaching? Pan-Africanism. What was he teaching? Anti-colonialism. He came to America and he studied with Mr. Garvey in the 20s. Mr. Powell came to America, studied under Mr. Garvey, was deported by America. Prior to Mr. Garvey's deportation, then Garvey was deported. Oh, Babylon America. Oh, wicked America. Just like I said in Jamaica, I didn't bite my tongue in Jamaica. I'm not biting it in America. America is wicked. America is a modern day Babylon. America is a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. All kind of wickedness is going on in America on a daily basis. What is right according to the law of what is wrong according to the laws of Maya and the laws of God in America is quite okay. Go ahead and do it. What is right according to the laws of God and the laws of Maya, America say you can't do that. America is wicked. America is the down presser. She's the down presser of the blacks. And she's the down presser of the red. She is the killer of prophets also. And she's the #1 imperialist on the face of the planet Earth. America, modern day Babylon, coming after her predecessor, England. America, as I said in Jamaica, is the baby lion. You break down that word Babylon, it has many other meanings, but take this basic meaning as I got it from Dr. Khaled. Baby lion. The symbol of England is a lion, and America is the baby of England. You say, I'm from New York. Why I got to be New York? Because the old York is in England. You say, I'm from New Jersey. Why New Jersey? Because the old Jersey was in England. I'm from New Haven. The old Haven is in England. America is the baby of the old Babylon Empire under England, and America is the new modern Babylon. And that should unite all of us in the Western Hemisphere. Even if you in Jamaica, America is your master. If you in Jamaica, the white man of America is your master. If you in Costa Rica, if you in any part of Central and South America, the Caribbean, you're not your own master. America is your master. Oh, Yankee. Oh, goddamn Uncle Sam. Have you read I'm going to justify what I'm saying. Let me calm down for a minute. Goddamn Uncle Sam. condemned by God. The Monroe Doctrine. In 1823, the President of the United States, James Monroe, declares the entire Western Hemisphere to be under white American hegemony. It's all the Americas, ain't it? It's the Americas. Well, why only one country saying, I'm America? It's all the Americas. The white supremacist white man of America in that Monroe Doctrine of 1823 stated clearly that everything in the Western Hemisphere is under the domination of America. And if England is, print me a picture out, please, of the Queen of England, current. Give me that witch, please, right now. The current queen, so-called goddamn Queen of England. And when I say goddamn here, it's in the divine context. I'm only going to say goddamn on something if God has damned it. Because when God damns something, ain't nothing going to damn it harder than that. And that's the only context I would use that word. So print that picture out of the goddamn Queen of England, please, so I can get into this subject matter, and we're going to open up. Now, Leonard Howe is a man that I've fallen in love with, because Mr. Howe, the first Rasta, he brings tears to my eyes as well. He's a man who was a staunch stalwart against colonialism in Jamaica. He is a man who is a hero. He is a man that is from God as well. He establishes the Rasta movement, and he declares, buckle your seatbelts, he declares His Imperial Majesty. Let me get this right on both screens here. He declares His Imperial Majesty, His Excellency, the Most Honorable Haile Selassie. Leonard P. Howe declares the divinity of the Honorable Haile Selassie. Before we get back, oh yeah, and we got to take another look at Mr. Selassie also as we open up this subject matter. But let's thank Mr. Howe first. I want you to study Mr. Howe. I want you to study how he was imprisoned in Jamaica. I want you to study how he was constantly persecuted and he never gave up. For you who are here in 2017 and you have no patience, you have little fortitude, and you will fall out over almost nothing, think about the sufferings of beloved His Excellency Leonard Howe. God bless Leonard P. Howe, because he not only started Rastas and gave the Rasta the foundation of their faith, the rules of their faith, he introduced us to the divinity of His Imperial Majesty, Haile Selassie. And Mr. Howe suffered much, and he has not been honored. Oh, Jamaica, if you don't get up off of your behind right now and build something of respect and admiration for Mr. Howe, you're going to be cursed. If you don't get up and build something of respect in Jamaica for Marcus Garvey, we're going to face a divine chastisement. Leonard Howe was fierce against colonialism. He was fierce against this still current problem in Jamaica, which is a free Jamaica bowing down to the Queen of England. Did you print that out? And declaring the Queen of England to be your queen and England to be your master, when you are free enough to stand up and say, I am a free Jamaican, I am my own master. I have no queen but Queen Nanny of the Maroons. I have no queen but my black mother. I have no queen but the original African black woman. My African woman is my queen, not this bitch from England. Did you hear what I said? I said not this blue-eyed bitch from England. Black power? I know I'm getting heated up in here, but hell, I might as well go for it. I'm on talking to the worldwide. I'm here representing Black Lawyers for Justice. I'm an attorney at law. I'm here representing the Black Power movement in America. I bring you greetings from the new Black Panther Party, all the Black Panthers, including Chairman Hashim Nzinga, who is in my heart and in my prayers all the time for his speedy recovery. God bless you, Hashim. Still today in Jamaica, still today in Africa, with you wearing your white wigs on the bench as judges, wearing white wigs, still calling the queen, calling the so-called Queen of England your queen. And then not one white person in England got your face on no wall calling you their queen. Now, bitch is a female dog. The queens of England have dogged our people. How many losses and lives have we suffered from the so-called royalty from England? How many lives have been destroyed? How much poverty is suffering as a result of the so-called Queen of England? How many lives have been lost due to this female dog who represents all the other dirty dogs that came before her? They say roll out the red carpet. What is the red carpet that the British are rolling out? The old no good bloody British. The red carpet is the blood of Africans, the blood of indigenous people, the blood of the Taino Indians, the blood of the Arawaks, the blood of the Cherokee, the blood of the Sioux, the blood of the Lakota, the blood of the Asians around the planet Earth. Man, the hell with this bitch. I'll crush this cracker if I see her. Black power.
Black power.
I don't give 2 cents about this whore. And the Bible and God condemns her. If anything, she should be brought up on trial. She should be brought up on trial and charged. The black woman, your African woman is your queen. Your African woman, your black woman is your queen. Leonard P. Howe spoke about what I'm spoken about, and he was persecuted for that. How can we not continue on his work? Rasta, take your place. Rasta, how you gonna let a blonde-haired, blue-eyed person say they are Rasta when Leonard P. Howe taught black supremacy? How you gonna water down Rasta teaching? You gonna water down what was taught by this man? And you're gonna let the white man become a Rasta and you start talking about a rainbow? Leonard P. Howe was not fond of the white man. Leonard P. Howe was taught black supremacy and an end to colonialism. And he taught us about the greatness of his imperial majesty, Haile Selassie. Haile Selassie, upon whom he declared was the return of Christ. And he declared that Haile Selassie was the Messiah. You say, oh, I'm a Christian. Jesus is my Messiah. We say, oh, when is Jesus going to return? You say, I don't know, but he's coming back. You say, I'm a Muslim. I'm expecting the return of Christ, who's called in Arabic Al-Masih. And I'm respecting the return of Al-Masih with Al-Mahdi in the end. And his name shall be called Imam Isa. Am I right? At the end of time, according to the Islamic tradition, the Mahdi and the Messiah to appear at the end. You say, I'm a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad through the teachings of Minister Louis Farrakhan. And my teachers tell me that the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad is the Messiah. If I'm taught by Louis Farrakhan, that's what I'm taught about, the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Is all of this true, or is none of it true? You say I'm with Yahweh ben Yahweh, he was the Messiah. I'm with Ben Ami, he was the Messiah. You say I'm with Imam Isa al-Hadi al-Mahdi. He is the great one, he is the Melchizedek. You say I'm a Rasta, I'm with his Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie, the last great king of Africa. Let's stop right there. Hell, he is the last great king of Africa. How the hell we gonna keep going around talking about we are from kings and queens? We're from Africa, we're from kings and queens. And you start skipping back to Mansa Musa, skipping back to Muhammad, skipping back to the Songhai and the Mali Empire. You're gonna skip back to ancient Kemet and name all the pharaohs and the kings and queens of our dynasty. You're gonna skip back. But you're gonna skip over the last great king of Africa, the man that fought off the goddamn white Italians. No, you got to give this man respect, Mr. Selassie. Here in the United States of America, I'm recommending to all of you who are under the red, black, and green, the black nationalists, when you speak up now and you speak up of of all of our greats, you must speak up highly and forthrightly of Leonard P. Howe. You must put him in your teachings, and you must put in his Imperial Majesty, King Haile Selassie. For he is from the line of David. He is from the tribe of Judah, like we are from the tribe of Judah. He is from that royal line, and we are from that royal Ethiopian blood. The first country mentioned in the Bible is Ethiopia. And we are rooted in Ethiopia, and we do have a king. So even if we are in dispute or argument about who the Messiah is, there ain't no doubt about it. All of the men I mentioned are messianic. Listen to it again. Even if we are in dispute about who our Messiah is, and we need a Messiah, there's no question beyond a reasonable shadow of a doubt that Mr. Haile Selassie is messianic. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad is messianic. Marcus Mosiah Garvey is messianic. Khalid Abdul Muhammad is messianic. Whether he know it or not, Kwame Ture or Stokely Carmichael is messianic. Louis Farrakhan and the work he has done is messianic. We are in the time of the end of times, the end of the white man's world. We are at the end of the time of colonialism, the end of the time of imperialism. We are in the time where black salvation, black redemption, African redemption and salvation is at hand. So if one come amongst you saying that Haile Selassie is his Messiah, don't fight with that man. Don't fight with that man, because he is a type of a black Messiah. And even the devil, J. Edgar Hoover, J. Edgar, oh no good Gay Edgar, had to admit he was on the lookout for a black Messiah. Leonard P. Howe said we have a black Messiah. Khalid Muhammad taught me about the black Messiah. We've had black Messiahs come amongst us, and by God's grace, we're going to have some more. But even more, as I get ready to take my questions, more than a Messiah, we need a mass movement. Because it ain't no Messiah without a mass movement backing that man up. Black Power.
Black power.
This is my chat and the opening points of my chat with my brothers and sisters from Jamaica, from America, from Africa, and the Pan-African world. My name is Malik Zulu Shabazz. I know I got a suit and a tie on today. I know that looks kind of conservative to you, right? You say he's got a suit and a tie on. Well, guess what? You know, sorry about that. I'm old school. Number one, I'm a lawyer, but forget that. Forget that. Hell, Marcus Garvey wore a suit and a tie. What you talking about, sucker? What you talking about, fool? Marcus Garvey wore a suit and a tie all the time. Malcolm X wore a suit and a tie all the time. The first roster here in the suit and the tie. Louis Farrakhan, suit and a tie. Khalid Muhammad, suit and a tie. I bring you pictures of Stokely Carmichael, suit and a tie. Man, I just came out of the goddamn courtroom with all kind of judges and prosecutors and enemies. Man, I'm fighting for our people. You have to wear a suit and a tie. I didn't have time to change, and I just said, forget it. I'm coming here like I am. I'm just like anybody else as I open up here. I'm a working man. You say you're a socialist, you're a good laborer. I'm a laborer. And I come to sit in my seat. So Black Power, I'm getting ready to take questions now and go into the questions and answers. I've been on here for an hour. If you want to ask a question, I want you to text this number. I'll try to read it off Facebook Live, but you can text right now. The text ready over there, sister? 202-875-9623. 202-875-9623. Ask your questions. And if you're interested in being a part of what I'm about to speak about, text in. I'm talking here about organizing. I'm speaking here about getting specific on uniting all Pan-African and Black organizations throughout America and the world and urging Jamaica to unite around Black Power. All organizations that believe in Pan-Africanism should come together in Jamaica and create a third force that will rival and rock that two-party system that needs to be shaken. All Pan-Africanists in America, all us under the red, black, and green in America, those of us who are squabbling with each other, I'm urging us to settle our differences and come under one worldwide Pan-African movement. Let us unite. Oh, Jamaica, let's put our differences down and let us unite. Oh, Black people in America, Muslim, Christian, atheist, socialist, agnostic, East Coast, West Coast, let us unite. Oh, in Africa, East Africa, West Africa, North Africa, Azania, Southern Africa, let us unite. England, America, Africans throughout 144 countries, let us unite. How are we going to unite? Sounds good, let us unite. Kwame Ture say, organize, organize, organize. I agree, my elder, my teacher, Kwame Ture, the great Stokely Carmichael. Organize, organize. Organize what? Organize who? Organize how? Now somebody has to be on the scene alive to put these pieces together in the modern time. I'm coming to, let me finish my spirit and open up for my questions. Marcus Garvey did his job, though we rejected him. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad did more than his job. Minister Malcolm X died for us. Khalid Abdul Muhammad died for us. Mute your phone if you're here on this line here. I'm coming to the line too. I'm going to take your questions on the conference line. Khalid Muhammad lived and died for us. Our political prisoners have died for us. Who is it in this day and time? Who is it that is capable and qualified to carry on this mission and to make sense out of it, lest the spirit of the ancestors be hurt, that we abandon them, lest our people hopes be dashed? Who are the live, able, healthy, young, capable sisters and brothers anywhere on the planet Earth who will put the time and the effort now to standing up and fulfilling the call for a united front of all Black and Pan-African organizations that will bring to bear this vision of Pan-Africanism and an end to white supremacy? Who's going to do it? Who's going to volunteer? Who is capable? Who is qualified? I'm going to raise my hand. I volunteer to help. I volunteer to give my all. I volunteer to take everything I got to help, to work with others in solidarity and unity so that the dreams and the visions of everybody I named is fulfilled. If you got a question, text me here at 202-875-9623. Call on the radio now, 914-338-1980. If you got any line for 876, let them in first.
Press 1.
Press 1 to get in the host line. 914-338-1980. Live questions on the radio. WW Pan-African Movement on Blog Talk. Call in now. And I'm going to read Facebook Live. I'm here again. My name is Malik Zulu Shabazz. I am a member and one of the founding members of the Worldwide Pan-African Movement, which comes about from my 2013 trip to South Africa, Azania, with the New Black Panther Party and my collaboration with the progressive members of the Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania and other liberation forces, mainly my dear brother Chris Sankara. And we have, at the origin of that germ, you know, we sat together and say, brother, we need a worldwide Pan-African movement. And we need a worldwide Pan-African convention. We had the convention last year, small, but so important. Now you go to www.pam.org, www.pam.org. The work of Mr. John Trimble, Raymond Nkrumah, my comrade brother Vusi, all my family in South Africa. The work continues. And I want to let you know that I finally got our Pan-African offices up here in the Western Hemisphere open. We're open for business. We're talking about a worldwide Pan-African movement and uniting our forces. Let me read some questions. If we got any questions, I'll take it from there. I'll take questions on Facebook Live right now. I'll take any questions. I'm reading my book, my line. Do we have anybody on the line here?
The hands.
Okay, this is
Okay. Sister Oli. Okay, come on. Speak up, sister, please. We got Sister Oli Mata here from Jamaica, responsible for my visit and continuing to work with me. Come on, Oli. Speak up and speak up strong.
Yes, greetings, everybody. Greetings to the world.
Greetings.
Want to say how glad I am that Malik organized follow-up to the Garvey event here in Jamaica, that he was invited by IRFM, more specifically Kabul Ma'az. And we want to thank her and the team at IRFM for organizing such a grand occasion.
Amen.
Honoring Marcus Garvey and the legacy of Marcus Garvey, and bringing forth so many dynamic speakers from all over the world, from England, from South Africa, and of course Malik Zulu Shabazz, and Baba Mukasa from the United States. It was just a very historic gathering. And I think the spirit from that is why Malik is gathering us this evening, so that we can use that as a pedestal to really build the bridges that we want to build amongst this new generation across boundaries, regardless where you are in the world, especially with social media and telephones and internet. We don't have to worry about being so far away. We can be connected on so many fronts. And right now, it's a crucial time. And there's so much havoc going on all over the world. We have to organize. And in the spirit of Kwame Ture, organize, organize, organize. It means because they were workers, they built that movement that we now use to as a model for our work today. Whatever it is that's going on in our community, we have to build that unity. We have to build that strategy, that solution, and we've got to figure out a way to, like Malik said, put the differences aside and come together, because again, it's a crucial time. So I support the spirit of this conference call and this gathering and Facebook Live and all the internet platforms that are out there. And I want to say that I am committed as well, as I have been all of my life. I've been on the front lines since the age of 13 when I was arrested in Selma, Alabama, for my participation in the Selma movement against racial trafficking. We had a movement fighting tracking the school system, and we had a walkout when I was in 8th grade where I led my school with another young sister by the name of Inka Sanders, and we joined the Selma High School students, where we took over our high school for 5 nights and 4 days, in the name of equal education for Black people, because we were being tracked in lower levels and couldn't take classes that you needed to go to college and succeed. So, for me too, it's in my blood, and my mother and my father, Gambia and Alabama. So I'm with Malik, and I'm with Kapu, and I'm with, Steve, and I'm with Alabama and Gambia, and we have so many dots to connect and so much work to do. So I just want everyone to know that I'm committed, and let's do this, and like I said, we got to put the difference aside. We've got to find healing. We've got to find space for healing. It's important, because our people are dying at an alarming rate. We've been dying, but we're dying at an alarming rate with the hurricanes.
I don't know.
The Black-on-Black violence, oppression, police brutality, poverty, gang violence. There's so much stuff, so we got to get ourselves together, and it's crucial. It doesn't matter where we are, so I'm committed.
All right, thank you so much. That's Sister Oli Matatao. That's Sister Oli, who is the daughter of Sister Connie Tucker, a longtime freedom fighter with Kwame Ture. She is responsible, along with the great Sister Kabu Ma'at and Sister Samantha and my friends at Irie FM, for bringing us to Jamaica. I want to thank Irie FM and profusely thank Sister Kabu and others. And I'm here tonight, and I've been calling and talking and texting my people in Jamaica, because I'm not the kind of person that's just going to go and give a speech. I gave out my phone number when I spoke. People said I was crazy. Man, you're crazy for giving out your number. And my phone blew up. 876 kept blowing up. But I wanted to communicate with the people, and I'm glad that I have. And I'm thank you for your patience for letting me get around and managing my calls. Now, I was blessed through the help of Sister Oli and others. I spoke all over Jamaica. I spoke live on the radio all over Jamaica, and by video and live. Where is that tape? I'm going to make sure. Where is that tape? Hold 1 second. Sister Khadijah, can you give this man my address here so he can mail this packet, this discovery packet? I'm sorry. I got to get my discovery in, because I got to get my documents in on the enemy so I can force him to get his documents in, so we can get down to why they killed that Black man in Oklahoma. All right, now. So I want to thank Irie FM And I want that tape also. I know they're not keeping that tape. That was a strong tape. We got to have that tape. But I thank all of y'all. I was heard all over Jamaica. They calling me from all over Jamaica. And even there were several thousand. There were several thousand who waited in 100-degree temperatures, sweat pouring everywhere. They waited for hours through that program. And that program included Baba Mukasa Ricks. It included Marcus Garvey's son. It included Brother Michael Duncan of the UNIA out of New York and many others. All right, I'm going to take questions right now. I'm going to take questions on Facebook. Is anything coming on text?
Somebody said something, but it wasn't a question.
All right. Anybody in the host queue?
See, we'll try.
I know this is our first night. Pardon
Let
me.
me see if I can queue up. So I can get some volume.
All right, so let me do this. I'm going to go on Facebook Live now. Facebook Live and take my questions here on Facebook Live. Let me read now. I'm Facebook Live, Malik Zulu Shabazz. Unless there's somebody else on the conference call line. All right, let's go here. Let me touch on something before I take the first question. Let me clear something up here. We are headed next week on 9/27, September 27th and September 28th, Charlottesville, Virginia. September 27th, September 28th, Charlottesville, Virginia. September 27th, September 28th, Charlottesville, Virginia, which is the site of the neo-Nazi white supremacist mass 10,000 rally, where the white supremacists absolutely went to work and went to the body of the black man and black woman. I mean, the neo-Nazis was crushing our people. They took vehicles out there and broke black people's legs and was crushing them. They killed another white woman, severely injured many black people, beat them and fought them. And there's some serious actions that have taken place in Charlottesville, Virginia, that's right in my area. I cannot in all good consciousness talk about fighting for Africa and fighting against white supremacy over there, when it's right damn here in my backyard. And so we're headed to Charlottesville for several reasons. Legal reasons and organizational reasons. I want to be careful with you. We don't have time for shows. We don't have time for playing. Two reasons why we're going, legal and political. Then I'll take your questions. I'm reading your question. Okay, this might relate to what I'm saying. Let me read this question here. Let me expand my screen and read the question. All right, let me just widen this up a little bit. Slow down. Bear with me for a minute. There it is. I hope. Lord. This says, uh-oh. I don't want to be messing up. Let me not mess up. You know, I'll be done messed up. All right. Brother, what do we start to teach us? Brother, Sister Asada Brooks says, brother, when do we start to teach us? I'm down here in Virginia, and the white folks are setting up shop all over this state, and Charlottesville and Richmond last week. So teach us what to do. I'm ready. I've been ready. I'm tired of just reading about Black Power. I want to work with my people. Teach us. Come on, Asada. My dear sister, you couldn't have asked a better question at a better time. You know, Mao, if you'll permit me, Mao Zedong talks about the best form of education being participation. That was repeated to us by the Black Panther Party and Huey P. Newton, but they got it from the Red Book, and they got it from Mao. We will my sister, teach by participation. I want you to join us next Wednesday night in Charlottesville. If you want to join us, text 202-875-9623. I'm not just one of these black power, black conscious talkers. A man that's talking black here, talking. And then when the action go down, I ain't there, and I ain't got nothing to do but talk about it. I'm not no goddamn newscaster. Now, this is serious. We have to confront. You say the white man and the white supremacists are setting up shop in Charlottesville and Richmond and all over the state, then damn it, the black man got to set up shop all over the state. He's already in the state. The basis for defense is in the state. The state has to be organized for defense and for black power. Now, this is the first thing I'm doing as an attorney, and then I'm going to talk about the black movement, because Virginia has enormous potential. Virginia's got people all over. Thank you. I'm going to take your questions in a minute. Virginia's got people all over because it's one of the first slave states, really the first. So a lot of blacks are in Virginia. They just haven't been awakened to their power. If they are ever awakened, they will be like an eruption in the state. I'm right here in Washington, D.C. We can get in and out, and we want to get in. The first thing I'm going to do is, in Virginia, is Black Lawyers for Justice is coming in. We have opened up a counterintelligence operation on white supremacists and the Klan. I want you to be clear, from these officers right here, and from persons that I have clandestinely appointed, we have opened up a counterintelligence office against white supremacy in America and in Virginia, and we have identified several white supremacist Nazis that we are after right now. We have them and their information, and we're pursuing their names and their addresses. Listen very carefully. We have a counterintelligence operation going that is clandestine and is designed to find these bastards. Now, for legal purposes, because there are other purposes other than legal purposes. I'm going to tell you about legal purposes, and you can finish the rest. The other purposes. Hello? Legally, I want to find and sue and bring into court every neo-Nazi, every white supremacist that can be found to have injured any black man or woman in that fight. I don't care if they dead broke. I don't care if they don't have a dime in the bank. I want to sue their ass. I don't care whether you working at the local hillbilly gas station. I want to garnish your goddamn check. I want to force these devils to go out and hire lawyers and force these devils to ante up financially through their homes, through their cars, through their vehicles. I want their property. I want to bring their asses into court and to hold them accountable for the rest of their lives legally under Black Lawyers for Justice. This is the action that we're going to take. They are attacking a black man named Corey Long. Corey Long stood up against them racists. A man was out there, you seen him on TV, shooting a handgun at the crowd, shooting the gun. He was not arrested. Corey Long allegedly, according to the photographs, in self-defense, picked up a spray can and a lighter and made him a torch to defend himself with flame against this beast. So he used a homemade flamethrower, they say. And he's the kind of client I want. He's a freedom fighter. He's the kind of client I want to defend. I want to defend that black man that took a torch and put fire on the white supremacists, fire on the Klan. He's my client. I want to be his lawyer if they come after him. And I want to sue every Nazi. I want to sue every white supremacist organization. I want to sue Richard goddamn Spencer. I want to sue the city of Charlottesville for deliberate indifference, for having knowledge, actual knowledge, and disregarding that knowledge. And the disregard of that specific knowledge resulted in specific injuries and damages to Black people who attended that counter demonstration. The city was negligent. The police were negligent. The organizations are culpable and they're liable. And if the Black lawyer is going to be worth the paper that he's written on, he has to challenge white supremacy and he has to take a stand for his race. And that's what the creation of Black Lawyers for Justice was for. So I volunteered to get into their ass in Virginia and to spend the long days and the long nights and the work that it takes, the non-glamorous work, to attack white supremacy. Now let's talk about what you can do. Black Panther, you can do, Sister Adrian. You can do, average citizen. We have to become armed. All over the state. I'm going to take that call. We have to become armed. Organizationally and physically. The Black Panthers are charged. The strong Black men are charged with organizing the citizens for self-defense, permanent self-defense on every level, patrols, blocks, jurisdiction, counterintelligence, strategic planning, guns and ammunition, legally and lawfully. We must organize. Kwame Ture says we must organize. Organize what, Mr. Ture? Organize for armed self-defense. Permanently. Black Panthers who are listening, Brother Malik in Louisiana, permanently. That's one thing that we are in the Black Panthers neglected. When we go places for demonstrations, Jasper, Texas, and other areas that we show up in, we have to show permanent results. Not just mobilizing, but permanent organizing. And so come, sister, next Wednesday to Charlottesville. Join us. We're going to organize all over Virginia. We're going to organize in Charlottesville. We're going to organize Richmond, organize Hampton Roads, Sister Karen, organize in Norfolk, Michael Muhammad, organize in Petersburg, Lois. You can't sit behind that school board forever. You got to get up. We got to organize this whole state. Is that right, Akbar?
That's right. Ross Jelani Simba.
We have to organize this state, and if these white devils ever dream about coming to town again and harming people like that, right on the spot, we should crush them and drive them in the earth. Drive their asses in the earth.
Like power.
Do you understand?
Like power. Black power. Yes, sir. We have a call.
We'll never be on the scene like that and allow them to crush like that. And you don't see white folks dropping to the pavement, just dropping. You should be dropping them to the pavement. And you're not going to drop them to the pavement till you get in shape. Because everywhere you go, you can't have a gun or a gun out. You got to be ready to fight. And you can't fight unless you get in shape. You talk all the militant talk you want, and them neo-Nazis are big. Them neo-Nazis are strong, and them neo-Nazis will knock you out. So my order right now to the Black nation inside of America and around the world, my plea, but yet my order. Get in shape. Lift some weights. Stop being a punk and a faggot. Get in shape. Run. Be ready to fight and to crush a man in self-defense with your bare hands. Because it's going to come down to that. You're going to be physically challenged and you have to stand up, and you can't do it eating tofu alone. You can't do it eating vegetables alone. Well, I'm eating right, but you're weak as hell, and we'll blow your ass over and knock you over. Now you better get in shape. See us next week. We're talking about getting in shape, self-defense, organizing the town politically, where all the blacks in the towns and all the blacks around are united politically for our demands, and we'll collectively decide our demands. You come on 202-875-9623. If you want in on some action like this and you're not an agent, text me. We're organizing legally and politically. I'm going with the Black Power movement. I'm going with the Black Panthers. I'm going courtesy of Dr. Amy Jenkins, and I want some strong men. I want some men that when the black woman see him, it just sends a tingle up her spine. She just gets so happy that she sees real men around. We'll teach by example in Virginia. But I'm telling you this, if they ever dream of having another march like that, we're going to have the 10,000 crush them march in Virginia. And I'm going to be willing to spearhead. I'm not going to tolerate that in my jurisdiction no more. I'm taking it personally. It caught up on me last time by surprise. It's not going to happen again. To hell with these bastards. Now we have to drive and drag down the Nazis and the Klan by any means necessary. And if we do it, black people will love us. Now, all right, let me go to the call here. Let me see what you got. You got a call? Did you got a text? Let me give me a text first.
681, you're live on
Come on, Black Power Radio, 681.
Worldwide Pan-African Movement Radio.
We on Pan-African Movement Radio. We on live. We on website. We everywhere. Come on. I'm doing fine, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you, God. Yes, sir. I can hear you. I'm reading Facebook Live too right now. And I'm gonna take these questions. Go ahead, brother. I'm listening, God.
I do have a question for you, and that question is, how do you support the provisional government of Africa and the United States of Africa, and how do you I heard you talking about Mr. Garvey. Is there a way we can include the work of the provisional government of the Republic of New Africa and the United States of Africa in what you got going on here with this Pan-African movement?
Yes, sir, we can.
What you have to say.
Yes, sir, we can. Thank you so much. The question is can we include the work of the provisional government of New Africa and the United States of Africa in our work in the worldwide Pan-African movement? The answer is, of course, because the worldwide Pan-African movement that we, not me, that we are building on is open to all Black and African organizations that agree with our strong objectives. Certainly the work of the Honorable Imari Obadele, whom we owe a lot of praise and respect to, the Honorable Baba Imari Obadele, may God's peace be upon him. We owe him great praise. We owe Baba Chokwe Lumumba, one of my mentors and one of our heroes, great praise. My dear brother, my phone line is open. I'm a Black nationalist diplomat. We are interested in building this provisional government as well to fulfill that work. We're long past the time when we should have established our provisional government in America. My dear brother, my number again is 202-875-9623. I want to engage in discussions right now so we can carry out these objectives right now. I don't care if we have had a beef or fallen out. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about anybody else that we just say had an organizational beef or misunderstanding with. I am willing to put aside every difference for the common cause of healing those differences and uniting the Pan-African movement and uniting Blacks and Africans all over the planet. To that extent, it is bigger than me. And so I'm willing to do that. So yes, sir, brother, please get in touch with me. We want to do that. We want to engage in discussions, solidify our agreements right away. I'm trying to lock in 100 organizations right now. 100 organizations in America and the Western Hemisphere. They just gave me a call before I got on the radio. They say they want me in Colombia, December 1st and 2nd, and I am to be in Colombia with the UNIA leader, Brother Robert Gordon of Jamaica, and we're going to Colombia. So it looks like I'm going to come back to Jamaica in late October and then go to Colombia and probably other Central American countries. We're looking for 100 organizations, 100 leaders to stand up and say we want to be a part of this worldwide Pan-African movement, a united front of organizations and leadership that is dedicated to our common cause and our common goals. Yes. Thank you so much. What's the next question?
Next question is
Khadijah, you got a text over here?
this is 770. You still live with us?
Now, let me answer this question. Shirley Lau says,
770 still live?
okay, put him on mute for a second. And let me take this. Let me read this question. Mute him for a second. Shirley Lau says, my brother man, why do we use the term white supremacists? This validates the belief that white people are superior, which they are not. Racist and prejudice. We should stop using that word. I'm getting in shape. All right. Well, thank you for getting in shape, sister. We appreciate you. And I understand your point. I used to make that point. I said the white man is not supreme. So why do we keep using the term white supremacy? The white man is not the original man. The white man is not genetically superior. The black people are genetically superior. The white man is not physically superior, and he is not mentally superior. We are the mothers and fathers of civilization, science, art, law, and every discipline on the planet. He's not mentally superior, nor is he morally superior. He's far from morally superior. So why would we use the term white supremacy? Because we have to wake you up to reality, sister, that the white man is operating in a superior position right now. Despite him being inferior through lies, trick, deceit, artifice, warfare, and every other form of trickery, industrialization, warfare, chemical, biological, and outright physical warfare, genocide, and every other crime known to man and mankind, he has established territorial and physical superiority. I might be saying that the black man is God and that I'm a black God right here and that I'm black man supreme right here. However, the white man of Maryland is in control of the jurisdiction of Maryland, and his white police force can lock my black God behind up, and I have to go to the white court in Maryland or the white U.S. District Court across the street or the white control U.S. District Court downtown, and I have to make an appeal to the white Supreme Court. And if I come under the Washington, D.C., it's the white control Metropolitan Police Department and the white control Secret Service, the white control Park Police, and I'm under the ultimate jurisdiction of the white Army, Navy, Marines. If I come back from Jamaica, I got to deal with the white Transportation Security Administration, the white Homeland Security. And the fact that we hate the term is reality. The white man is in a supreme position, is white supremacy. But it's not because we're saying we only use the term as pointing out our enemy and knowing that our job is to dismantle white supremacy. We have to dismantle it. I wish it wasn't a fact, but his supremacy over us is a fact materially right now. Maybe not spiritually, but materially it is. White people are still a problem. The biggest problem that we have. White supremacy, the attitude and belief that white people are privileged and have the right to dominate and be over and in charge of black people, even outside of their own borders, that white people will impose their education, their culture, their values, their norms, their economic standard, their economic system, their capitalism, socialists. The white man's capitalism is a form of white supremacy. It is our job to destroy and dismantle white supremacy, but until such time, we call it like it's said. It's the ugliness, it's the wickedness, it's the rottenness. It is that to be destroyed, but it is white supremacy. Take me to the phone line.
We got a 770, 770. Are you queued up?
Let me plug up here so I don't go out here.
Yeah, 770.
I want to get some questions here. I want to be challenged here on the religion part also. I would like to be challenged on this. I would like a question here on religion. In Jamaica, it's a heavily religious country. It's heavy into religion.
Pose a question.
Hold on 1 second. Let me plug up here.
Are you live?
What numbers? You got any 876 over there?
No, 876.
What you got?
I've got 770.
Is anybody from Jamaica on the conference call line?
Are you live with us? 770 837.
All right, we all plugged up here. All right, let me go here on the line. Let me read, and I'll take a. Okay, let me read first. All right, yeah, I'm asking y'all straight up at this point. Trust me, for you organizers here who are on this line, I'm not asking you to join an organization, but I'm asking you to take me seriously about a movement and about uniting in this worldwide Pan-African movement, which is a worldwide movement for Black power. And I'm helping to administrate it and to weave and tie the groups together so that we can move the ball forward. Next, on October 4th, I got David Muhammad from Trinidad, the Nation of Islam representative from Trinidad here. I got Brother Peter from the Maroons in Jamaica coming. I have my other sister, my elder sister from Nigeria coming, who's bringing me to Nigeria. And I have the UNIA coming on October 4th to further these goals. All right, now let me read some questions here. What is the theory of the Pan-African movement that you plan to use? The main theory right now, Brother Jermaine, is the theory that all of us Blacks or Africans have something in common, even if you don't agree with the term African or you don't agree with the term Black. We all have something in common. And the basic theory is we must unite and unite the organizations. Yeah, there are many more goals: repatriation, a United States of Africa, an end to all colonial borders, an end to capitalist exploitation and domination of our people, the establishment of a new economic system that is balanced in the mold of Ma'at, one that economic system that is appeasing or appealing to the socialists amongst us, but yet is still a system that is Black or African origin, a new economic system. And that system has to take place in areas like South Africa, Azania, Jamaica, and others. There must be a new economic system. There's many heavy theories, and we have some of the heaviest people. If you go on, read the paperwork on www.pam.org, you'll see that we have heavy writers and thinkers and planners. What we need right now is a simple, basic first step. We need people to unite, organizers to unite. And we need somebody and some people that have the capacity to bring them together. We got 12 minutes on the conference call. I'm gonna stay on Facebook Live. Okay, here we go.
16 minutes.
Okay, do I have any texts here? Any texts?
240.
Texas, no question. All right, let me read Facebook Live.
240 here.
Okay, go ahead, 240. Come with your question.
240 278 240.
I'm reading the questions up in here now.
Come on. You're live on Pan African Radio. Go ahead.
Am I live? Hello?
Yes.
Come on, speak up. If you're talking, speak up fast.
This is Dr. Jenkins, and I want to give thanks for your sacrifices and your dedication.
Speak up strong. Speak up strong, Queen.
I want to give thanks and dedication. Give thanks for your sacrifices to the movement. My question to you is, as a representative of the Pan-African
the movement worldwide. We must agree that if Marcus Garvey was alive, he would have stated that there has been a break and a bridge amongst Pan-Africanists that has taken place since the time of slavery. If we date back to them taking our people from our African land.
All right, hold 1 second. Hold 1 second, Queen. Hold your point. Let me answer somebody real quick, then I'm gonna come right in on you. Let me go to my brother Nicholas Rasta Ferron from Jamaica. Brother Nicholas Rasta. Let me, because I promised that I give Jamaica first here. I'm coming right to you. That's Dr. Amy Jenkins, Black Power Movement. None of this is responsible without her. We love her. She's awesome.
Black power.
Now, Brother Nicholas Rasta says, can you speak on the FEMA camp and the 500 disposable coffins that they own? He says, can you speak to the FEMA camp? We would be negligent with this hurricane bearing down on the Caribbean and several that have just left, that if we don't speak to FEMA and the concerns. I want to say to those that have contacted me, I'm not FEMA and I don't have a lot of resources, but I've heard some stories that have been real tough. And whatever I can send that I promise to send to help you, I will. The white man did us a terrible injustice. He brought us into the Caribbean, worked us like slaves, then the white man left, leaving us right in the hurricane storm wake with yet little protection and little reparations to build for self. And then FEMA and the Red Cross and others are not looked upon favorably. How are we gonna be Pan-Africanists? And we can't address the hurricanes, the relief crisis, whether it's Hurricane Harvey or Hurricane Jose or Irma or any of these hurricanes. My dear brother, I know that FEMA is wicked. And all of these government organizations are wicked. And though I can't answer and I can't give the help that I know we need, a Pan-African relief organization and real help, we have the Black Cross with Crystal Muhammad and others that are helping in Harvey, Hurricane Harvey in Texas and others. We have Robert Muhammad, Nation of Islam and others, but we don't have nowhere near. We have my other brother in Texas, Collard Green and others that I know. I was blessed to go into New Orleans during Hurricane Katrina and bring out several busloads. Thanks to everybody that's volunteering. The purpose of us trying to get right now and getting our structure in place is so that we can be effective in the future. I can't answer all of these questions right now, but I can say that we're building a force here that will be answerable to the people so that next hurricane season, you can get results. The hurricane situation is serious. And even those who say that the hurricanes are being divinely sent to chastise America, you must be sensitive to the fact that before it gets to America, it's crushing Black people in the Caribbean, and it's also crushing Black people in America. So before you make mockery of the situation, take account to how negligent we are in being able to prepare our people, whose little tin roofs and homes are being blown over. And they really shouldn't even be there. They should be in Africa. And the old no good Queen of England and the country, they owe reparations for at least one reason. Every Black person should have a hurricane-proof home on the island because the white man brought them there. They were doing fine in Africa. Africa, where the hurricane come from, not where it be landed. Brother, I'm doing my best, Rasta. And to all of the Rastafari community, I'm coming to unite with them. And I want y'all to never again come back here and say that we don't have at least 500 Black African organizations united for a common cause and an agenda that makes sense. All right, so all I can promise right now, Rasta, is that we're organized. If we go off this phone line, I'm gonna be on Facebook Live, and I'm gonna continue on blackmensmovement.org. I'm gonna continue on www.panafricanmovement.org. And I'm gonna continue on blfjustice.org, and I'm gonna continue on Facebook Live, and I'm still gonna continue on 914 338-1980. Next week, Wednesday, we'll be live, but we'll be live in Charlottesville, right from these same venues and right on WhatsApp at 202-875-9623. I'll be back in Jamaica soon. I have a packed itinerary. I just met with Sizzler and the others. Am I off the conference call? I met with Sizzler. He texted me earlier today and others. Sizzler say that he'll help work with me and help work with me throughout America and in the Caribbean. I got Dr. Jenkins. She's right here. I had to talk to Jamaica first. Come on, Dr. Jenkins. Come right to your question.
Okay, so my question is that Marcus Garvey, I believe, would agree that in regards to us on this continent and all over the world, the bridge has been broken in regards to the theory of unity with the introduction or the surviving of our people from Africa during the slave trade. My question to you is that now that we understand that this bridge is broken, we have a bunch of different people all over the world who call themselves Pan-Africanists. However, when we look at the history of Pan-Africanism in America, we cannot neglect the fact that we have capitalism and independence.
What's the question? Come on for the time run. Give us that question, black woman. Give us that question, black woman.
The question is that the independent agenda, the corruption, and the independent capitalistic ideology is in the Pan-Africanism. How can we destroy that ideology and bridge and make an agenda that is most powerful to defeat white supremacy?
Okay, how can, to paraphrase or rephrase your question, it seems to say that how can we make the Pan-Africanist agenda successful? Because there's a lot of division and individual capitalist-minded Pan-Africanists in the movement. Is that a fair rephrasing of your question?
Yes, it's all derivative of white supremacy.
All we have to do is you know what, I can't, what I would say is the answer to the question is, it's in the quality of our organizing. We break division by building a cadre, a brethren, a sisterin. We break it by building unity amongst the organizations that are a part of our new movement. And therefore, those that are disunited and believe in division, they won't be able to stand. And we have to have those in this movement that have the right spirit. I believe that I'm one of those that's in the right spirit. One of those, not the one, but one of the ones. I believe that I and you, because you're one of my mentees at this point, and others who are working with me, the new Black Panther Party, they carry my spirit. We have been taught by Khalid Abdul Muhammad some knowledge of every doctrine that exists. We have been taught the knowledge of the 5%, the knowledge of the Moor, the knowledge of the Nubian Islamic Hebrew, the knowledge of the Pan-Africanists, the knowledge of the Pan-Africanist Congress of Azani. We've been taught all the knowledges of all the great disciplines and organizations. And therefore, I feel like I'm the man. I'm one of the men, particularly here in the West, that can speak everybody's language and get beyond this Tower of Babel. Everybody speaking their own language, believing they right. And I can go to the Nation of Islam man and speak right to him in the language of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and Louis Farrakhan, if he follows Farrakhan, speak to him in the language of Minister Silas Muhammad, if he's a Silas Muhammad man. Speak to him straight Elijah, if he's a straight Elijah man. I can speak to, and we can speak to, we've been taught to speak to the Garvey man in the language of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, the language of the noble Drew Ali follower. Now we speaking to the language of the Leonard P. Howell follower, the language of the one who loves Haile Selassie, the language of the one who loves Osagie Kwame Nkrumah. I just got through speaking with Bob Brown this morning for hours. All right, turn yours off. Let me come back to this. Okay, all the phone lines are gone. Sorry, but we'll continue. Are we still on?
Worldwide is still going.
I'm still going?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm still going here. All right, I'm still going on this line.
Yes, sir.
My dear sister, are you there? All right, well, if we're there or not, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna answer it right here. How do we How do we get beyond the division is the question. We get beyond the division as speakers and as organizers and as revolutionaries by being, number one, sensitive, knowledgeable, conscious, and sensitive of others' positions, yet principled about where we're going. We're uncompromising for Black power, which means self-determination in the Pan-Africanist sense. We're uncompromising about ridding white supremacy, uncompromising about ridding the colonial shackles, uncompromising about starting our own education system, uncompromising. But yet we are flexible and sensitive to other people's position and not antagonistic towards the ends. For example, on the religious question, I'm not a hard-line man on the religious question. I'm not out religiously gangbanging. I know people out there on Facebook, there are some smart Kemetic people. They're real smart, and their basic position is F Jesus Christ. F Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ didn't exist. That's their line. They're on Facebook. But that is not my line, because that line to me does not fit my assignment. My assignment is to understand, first of all, who comprises the population of African people before I give up a teaching, before you give up a teaching, Dr. Jenkins, before any of us give up a teaching out here. We have to understand who we are talking to. We are talking to a people that is 90% Christian in America. Is that right? 95% or 90% Christian in Jamaica. And if you want to say Orthodox Christian, going back to the Ethiopian Orthodox Christian original church, you may be all the way 96, 7%, except for the Muslims in Jamaica. Because the David P. Howe, Haile Selassie, they go back to the original Christian church, which many of y'all don't know about. See, when y'all get into attacking the existence of Yeshua or Isa, but you forget about the original Ethiopian Coptic Christian church that is uncorrupted by Queen James, uncorrupted by the Council of Nice. What am I saying? When I speak and organize, I'm taking into account, I'm talking to that Christian believer, I'm talking to that Bible believer, and I'm out to win them to me, not to ward them away from me with my truth. Yeah, I understand that the history of Jesus is tampered with. Of course, I understand that part of the history is true and the other parts of it have been added into. Yeah, I understand that the original virgin birth was not in Palestine, but there are 16 crucified saviors. And yes, that a virgin mother, Aset, gave birth to a virgin child named Horus or Heru, and he was born a savior. Yes, I understand all of that. Serapis and all of that. I understand it. And I understand I'm talking to my Black Christian family, and I'm after some Pan-Africanism and my teaching and my doctrine from Khalid Muhammad, from Louis Farrakhan, from Malcolm X, from Marcus Garvey, from Elijah, teaches me go into that Bible and work that Bible. And if you love a Jesus, then I want you to accept a Black Messiah. If you say you love Jesus, then I can work with you. I ain't here to attack you. I can work with you. And we need to be on the lookout for a Black Messiah that is from the Black masses. And we must just reclarify these things so we see ourselves as divine. We ain't throwing, I can't, in my approach to organized Pan-Africanism, I can't go away from divine. I have to announce divine. Stop hollering to me about Lot and David and Solomon and Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and get on your feet and scream and holler about Marcus Garvey and Leonard Howell and Elijah Muhammad and Harriet Tubman. I want to see you run laps around the church to that and backflip to that. Black power, I'm after the Black Christian. I'm after the Black Moor, my Moorish brothers and sisters. I'm not going to fight with you about the term Black. but I want to have a meeting with y'all and sit in the room. I want to sit in the room with my family from the Nation of Islam. I've had we've had slight temporary run-ins with the Nation of Islam. When I look back on the history of 30 years, there's a basis for so much love. When I see the FOI and the Fruit of Islam, we've known each other for years. There's love here. Yes, I'm coming out with the Book of Khalid. Yes, it's coming out this December. Yes, I took a delay to try to get it right and to handle everything I'm handling. Yes, the book is going to be controversial. Everybody won't like it. And yes, I'm still pursuing a united front with Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. Yes, I'm pursuing this united front, and I'm willing to be sensitive. And I say me because I want you to take an example from me. I want y'all to be sensitive with each other, more loving with each other. I want you to teach in the best of argument that will embrace and bring your brother and sister for you. We don't have knowledge to try to crush people. We don't have knowledge to try to beat people down and crush them. We give them knowledge so that we can raise them up and draw them to us. Handle this call for me, sis. Raise them up to us. And so that's just a word, sister. We break down division by being united ourselves. We break down division by teaching in a way that even when we're correcting somebody, it's out of love and not hate and not out of being a nigger. I got some knowledge. Let me throw down on you. You a coon. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to be a new gang. The RBG gang. The hell if we will. In my own personal role here, I am a freedom fighter, revolutionary, but also a diplomat. I'm also a diplomat. I'm also an ambassador. I'm also here to carry out a mission that's bigger than myself. We will end the division, my dear sister, by continuing to follow these kind of teachings and guidance. We're going to bring a lot of unity on this radio and video cast. We're going to continue to have activities and programs and missions where we bring Black people together and we show the value of unity. We will show it in practice, not just in talk or theory. As far as the opportunistic Pan-Africanists, I cannot focus on them. All I want to focus in is on the genuine Pan-Africanists. The Pan-Africanists that I met who are in the progressive wing of the Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania, who are in AZAPO, who are in the Black Conscious Movement, who are with All African People's, trying to find some over there, sister, the All African People's Revolutionary Party, and everyone else that is sincere. Try the spirit by the spirit. Hear the tone in my voice and feel me out. I'm here to help bring about the unity of all of these organizations, particularly in the Western Hemisphere. I'm looking for 100 organizations or entities in the Western Hemisphere that will line up together. Therefore, when that hurricane hit, we can hit back together. When that attack, when come in Jamaica and y'all stand up and say, we want to take back now the resources of our land, the agriculture of our land, and we want to give the Chinese the boot. Chinese, I seen the Chinese beating the hell out of a Zambian man the other day. They just had sticks in Africa beating the hell out of this man. They say because he had a Chinese girlfriend. Now you all Chinese, you have betrayed Mao Zedong. And you are becoming damn near like anybody else. Now, we should beat the hell out of them for beating that black man. Like we should have took them rods and beat the hell out of them. Beat the hell out of these chop suey eating bastards. Black power.
Black power. Black power.
Unity is going to be shown in practice. I'm not negative towards it at all. Let me go on this Facebook Live. I'll take it for a few more minutes. All right, and I got one here on the phone. Okay. Here, open the code for me. Thank you so much. Where is my phone? I got so much going on here. Y'all, thank you. The agenda here, sir, is the uniting of all the African and black organizations in the Western Hemisphere. The ultimate, you want the ultimate agenda here? The ultimate agenda is the United States of Africa. The ultimate agenda is a taking back of everything that belongs for us. Right now, we got to have nationalism wherever we can find it. We must nationalize Jamaica, nationalize the tourist industry, nationalize the resources. I'm sitting up here in Jamaica and everything I'm getting is from an Indian man who's looking to me, talking down to me, like he my down presser. What do you mean, what's the agenda? You gotta take back every damn store and industry in Jamaica right away. In America, you gotta take control of every piece of black business and industry in America right away. We gotta build an educational system or an online university, Dr. Jenkins, right away. The agenda is black power, self-determination by any means necessary, but to do it collectively, scientifically, and fast and efficiently. And to that extent, we do it by doing it. And sir, to be all respect, tonight I'm doing it. I'm gonna be back in Jamaica doing it. And I'm gonna be up every day next week in Charlotte doing it. On October 5th, how does the book of Khaled pertain to your spirituality? Woo! I'm gonna come to that. How does the book of Khaled pertain? Our spirituality. Very much. I'm gonna answer that. Let me answer this. Let me say this first, and I'm gonna talk about book of Khaled spirituality. October 5th, black men and black life under Donald Trump and white supremacy. I have Dr. Cornel West coming to the Thurgood Marshall Center in Washington, D.C., October 5th, for the kickoff of the 10,000 Black Men's March, which will be April 21st, 2018. It was delayed for good reason, but it will not change now. And we're kicking it off October 5th at 3 o'clock at the National Press Club, and Thursday, October 5th at 6 o'clock at the Thurgood Marshall Center in Washington, D.C. on 12th Street. That address is 1816 12th Street Northwest. Join me, join Dr. Cornel West, join Akbar. Pull that flyer up and let's name them groups.
Okay.
I'm going to show you how to build unity. You build unity by being courteous to people, inviting people, making them a part of the program. We got 40 brothers and sisters. We're building a coalition for our Black Men's March. Everybody that say they for the resurrection of the black man, we're opening our arms to them and we're building a united front. You build by loving your people and loving them and then now communicating with them and organizing them and giving them a mission.
Here they are.
Okay, so name me some of them.
Okay,
Start at the top.
Black Lawyers for Justice.
Black Lawyers for Justice. This is some of the groups that are coming out October 5th, but this is some of the way you build programs and you build unity. Black Lawyers for Justice.
The Alliance of Concerned Men.
The Alliance of Concerned Men are coming out October 5th.
You have the, I'm blowing up as we speak,
Read them one in a
DC
row.
Recovery Act.
Start at the top. The DC Recovery Act and Council Candidate John Cheek. Start at the top.
Okay. And we're going on with Mitchell Nkrumah speaks.
Mitchell Nkrumah, African People's Socialist Party under the leadership of Omali Yeshitele. Yeah, we have some differences sometimes, and yes, they're invited out. You get my drift? Go ahead.
Tyrone Parker.
Tyrone Parker, longtime social service advocate. Yeah, all of us fancy black nationalists and Pan-Africanists, you got to start communicating with social workers and just average people, hospital workers and laborers. They are all part of our people. This is not a club or a goddamn cult. Read it.
Stephen Young.
Pastor Steve Young, he's my brother, my Christian pastor brother. Yeah, he's my brother. You can attack him if you want. He's my brother, and guess what? He's letting us use his church and everything. What's next?
Haki Shakur Ahmed.
Haki Shakur Ahmed, the Baltimore economist, the success scholar. Who else?
National Black United.
National Black United Front, NBUF. Hell, even if they don't invite me nowhere, I'm inviting them. You see what I'm saying? Even if they don't invite me nowhere, I'm inviting them. Who next?
Pastor Edward Sutton.
Pastor Edward Sutton from Baltimore, the Deacons of Defense and the great youth worker. Who you got?
We got the African People's Socialist Party.
African People's Socialist Party, Uhuru movement once again, huh? I know you hate to hear that. Go.
The new Black Panther Party.
New Black Panther Party under the chairmanship of Hashim Nzinga. And I do want to give a shout out to Crystal Muhammad and all the other Black Panthers out there. They are my family too. Go ahead.
Concerned citizens of D.C.
Sean Kwali and others. Concerned citizens of D.C. That's right.
Jahar Abraham.
Jahar Abraham knows. My point is, by having him read them names, is we build programs to promote unity. You give people a voice. Let them be a part of it. Start sharing, and then people will share in the work, and we can be successful together. The book of Khaled, how does it pertain to our spirituality? In a word, we need another book, another spiritual book. His work and his teaching is replete with spirituality. The delay in the book is because the notes are as extensive as the book. The book is 400 pages and the notes are 400 pages. And therefore, in his teachings, he's constantly quoting the Bible. He's constantly quoting Mayat. He's constantly talking about African spirituality, African gods. He's constantly referencing the Quran. And in the footnotes, I break it all down. And therefore, you get a comprehensive spiritual experience from reading his speeches and his lectures and from studying the wisdom and the science that's laid heavily in the footnotes. And just like we quote the Bible, chapter and verse, the book of Khaled is divided in chapter and verse, and we want our babies, our children, and our people to memorize this book, because you have memorized a book that have been used to enslave you. Overall, the Bible have been used to enslave you. Only Elijah and Garvey and a few others reinterpreted the book to liberate you, but other than that, it was put here to enslave you. But the book of Khaled, it ain't no need to reinterpret it, because it's coming straight at you with divine truth from a divine man. Thank you for giving me patience. I'm going to come on in about a week or so here, and I'm going to lay the book out, I think, in 2 weeks. I'm going to lay the book out on the table here to show you that I'm not bullshitting. I hate to use the word. I have nothing else to say. I'm not bullshitting. Right. Yeah, I'm human. Yeah, I made a deadline that was advanced too fast before I got all the way into how deep and important these footnotes are. It's going to take me till Kwanzaa, but I'm going to lay the book out for you to let you know that this is some serious work. I've read a lot of books in my day, a lot of books, and I'm not putting no hype on this. It may be one of the greatest books of all time. It may, in fact, be one of the greatest, most comprehensive Black books of all time. Let me go to the next question here, and I'm going to close on out. Thank y'all. Everybody is tuning in. A lot of people tuning in. Comments everywhere. I want to thank y'all. Thank you, Sister Janine, Ron Muhammad, Sister Linda, Andito Kamara, Edward Ford, my Black God brother. We got work to do, my dear brother. Alex Reed, Devanya Swope, Danielle, Jermaine, Brother Mac Wynn, all of my comrades and my brethren, my family. Let me close up here by reading a couple of more questions, and then I'm going to go, but I'll be back. Sister Hassani Muhammad, my comrade in Black Lawyers for Justice. You're so needed, sister. She's headed to move to Chicago, but we need legal help in attacking white racists and white supremacists. We have to find the Nazis. We found them. We're going to serve them and sue them and make life hell for them. We need more lawyers. We need y'all to finish law school so we can use the power of legality, whatever power it contains. We're going to max out on it. We'll see you next week on that in Charleston. Let me read a final couple of questions. Okay. Andito Camaro says that I'm a counselor and a court counselor, and Black people are suffering mentally. And I'm here to say that counselors and therapists should be a part of our movement. That there are people in the movement that are suffering, and that this movement has to, and this movement that I'm a part of, I want to work so that people, average Blacks and Africans feel a part of this movement. Let me read up here. should stop fighting. That's right, Sister Andita. We're going to stop fighting here. Right. All right, Black family. I don't know if I can read them all. I'm going to go up here. What you got here?
A comment on it.
All right. I'm kind of trying to wind down here. How do you get the youth involved? Good question. Sharon Paris Chambers said, how do you plan to get the youth involved in the movement? They're the ones who continue when we're long gone. Oh, that's such a great question. Sometimes we see everybody hanging on till they get old and old. You know, that's one reason why I turned the Panther Party over to Chairman Hashim and Zinga, and one day somebody else will lead it because you need new blood. So as young people, we must include them, the youth. We have our programs. They got to be on the program. They got to be speaking. You got programs. You got to have entertainment. You got to let the rappers get out. Let the rappers speak. You got to give the youth a chance. You got to talk to the youth. You got to correspond with them, communicate with them. And so the way we do it, these young people are ready. Hey, young people, look at out there. They out there hollering Black Lives Matter. They out there in the streets. They out there in St. Louis. They out there giving their lives. Dr. Kwame Ture calls them sometimes the unconscious. And sometimes the unconscious are sacrificing more than the conscious. The unconscious is out there giving their lives and stopping cars and trucks and breaking windows and just doing whatever they can do. The conscious are supposed to give them a structure by which revolution can live on outside of temporary actions. So we who are the conscious, or those who have passed the age of being youth, now we are to provide the way in every way for the youth to have their voice, their participation. And so coming here on these radio and all this, I'm constantly recruiting for young people. I want young people to call me. All right? Respect on that question. So what role can the Moorish Science Temple of America play? If the Moorish Science Temple those members will stop this war on Black, if they will stop the war on Black, understanding why you criticize Black, if the Moorish Science Temple will stop the war on Black verbally, that will create a basis of dialogue where we can talk about the issue of jurisdiction and nationality. Jurisdiction and nationality in front of world bodies, in front of courts is important. It's important for courts. It's important for actions. Jurisdiction is important. Every time I file a court case, I got to establish jurisdiction. Jurisdiction is important legally, and I want to talk about jurisdiction. But jurisdiction does not, and nationality does not obliviate the necessity for using the word Black, which I constantly use interchangeably with African. I'll get back into that another night, but I'm sticking with Black. It is sticking with Black and sticking with African. But yet I could tell you I'm also a Moor also. I'm also an Israelite also. I'm all of that. The Asiatic Black man, I'm all of that. You're all of that. We're all of that. We are the Alpha and Omega, the people of God himself, the Bilalian, all of that, and above that, and beneath that, and beyond that. Another subject for another time. Let me go back up here. How do you get the youths involved? Let me go up here a little more. Final questions, y'all. Thank you for sharing with me and taking this time. Thank you so kindly for sharing. There are 212 comments here, and I cannot get to all of them. And I'm going to close. What I'm going to do is close. Dear sisters and brothers, I want you to go to www.pam.org. Register your organization. I've registered mine. Black Lawyers for Justice. That's my group. Black Men's Movement. That's a group I had. Black Power Movement. Spreading nationally. That's what I had. New Black Panther Party. That's what I'm a part of. These groups are registered inside of the Worldwide Pan-African Movement. If you don't have an organization, I want you to text me because I'm going to get you in one so you can get inside the Worldwide Pan-African Movement. You cannot just walk up to the door of the Worldwide Pan-African Movement. You have to come in through an organization that has joined the Worldwide Pan-African Movement. Text me here, 202-875-9623. If you want to join with me to learn more about and to spread this message of the unity of Pan-Africanism, I want you in my email, for documents you want to send. A lot of people in Jamaica that had legal questions. Somebody in Jamaica is in America in jail. I promised you I'd check on it. Well, I'm getting around and following up on all my promises. Attorney.Shabazz, this is my email, attorney.shabazz@yahoo.com, attorney.shabazz@yahoo.com. I'll review your cases. I cannot promise you anything, but I'll review your case. I want you to go to the website for the Worldwide Pan-African Movement in the Western Hemisphere. It's www.panafricanmovement.org. Shout out to Brother Mintu, the web and graphics man. Love you, brother. Shout out to Sister Renee. Sister Renee, driving hard. Thank you, Sister Renee. www.panafricanmovement.com. blackmensmovement.org. www.panafricanmovement.com. I mean, you got that? We're organizing for specific objectives. Join us next Wednesday in Charlottesville as we meet the brothers and sisters that were attacked by the white supremacists, and we organize their legal and political and military defense. Legal, military, political defense, and exchange with them culturally and socially and personally. Saturday in Charlottesville, Thursday, Wednesday, the 27th in Charlottesville, Wednesday, and that will be at the Mount Zion First African Baptist Church. See how I keep my relations with my black church, and it pays off. Mount Zion First African Baptist Church, 105 Langford Avenue in Charlottesville, Virginia. I want you to be there because we are going to put up some defense in this town and not going to let the Klan dominate this town in the spirit of Kwame Ture and SNCC. On September 28th in the morning at 12 noon at the Robert E. Lee statue, the statue that the Nazis want to keep up and that they're supposed to tear down, but they're delaying on because they're scared of the white supremacists. We're going to be at that statue. And I'm bringing some people that say they're going to tear the goddamn statue down. I'm bringing them. But I want you to be clear, I'm not going to tear it down. So all of the police that's watching, I'm only coming there to announce that I'm suing the police for violating the constitutional rights of blacks during that demonstrations by failing to perform their duty, deliberately indifferent, 1983. U.S. Constitution 42, 1983. That's why I'm coming to your ass at. Police in Charlottesville and the city of Charlottesville and every white supremacist group and every white supremacist I can get my hands on, I'm going to sue you down to your goddamn dirty draws. Other than that, we're bringing men into town so we can carry out a fundamental, sensible self-defense policy of an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a limb for a limb, and a life for a life. Okay, because many brothers and sisters I'm meeting say, damn it, you driving cars into us, and next time the same is going to happen to you. And it may happen beforehand, from what I'm hearing. I'm only hearing it. But I'm hearing that people know where you at and going to take you out. That's what I heard. You know, I have nothing to do with that. I'm just a lawyer. I just got some papers in my hand. I'm just a legal guy. I don't cause any trouble. I'm just as innocent as I can be. I've never started trouble anywhere. I've never started trouble in Baltimore, never started trouble in Ferguson, never started trouble in all of those cities they say I started trouble in. I'm just as nice as I can be. Black Power, October 5th, Washington, D.C., 3 o'clock, National Press Club. Join me, Dr. Cornel West, and 40 others for the launching of the 10,000 Black Men March and the Black Men's National Convention. We're calling for a united front of all organizations dedicated to the rise of the black man. Black men, black pastors, black youth organizers, black social service coordinators, black Africans, men, all men now. I want to hear from you. You call me. If you're a man, I want you in the Black Men's Movement. 202-875-9623, blackmensmovement.org. Black woman, if you're listening, Are you looking for a man that's strong? Are you looking for a man that can handle business? Are you looking for a man that can stand up for you in your home, for your children, for your economy? Are you looking for a man? Huh? Well, there's more than one of them out here. I know I'm one of them. I have to be honest. I can't lie. I'm one of them kind of men. But there are many other men, and we need to unite and have a united front. The black woman, the African woman deserves to have her man on the front line. The black woman deserves men that she can clearly say, these are my men. They are organizing against the hurricane. They are organizing against the Klan. These men are putting food on the table. These men are bringing white supremacy down. These men are bringing an end to racism down. I'm proud of my men. I love my men. Black men, we have to win back the respect of the black woman. So we got to start, hold it down now, hold it down. So we got to work out and get strong.
Still a chance of a call.
Work out, get strong. There's a lot we got to do. A whole separate course, training, and mission on the resurrection and the activity of the black man. So once again, as a diplomat, I'm willing to work with any group. I study the fruit of Islam that is taught by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I study the FOI. I see the value in the FOI. I want to raise up another group like Marcus Garvey's Black Legion. Black Pan-Africanist men, sharp and dressed with crisp uniforms on. And see the men of the worldwide Pan-African movement looking like the Black Legion. Crisp, sharp, lean, and mean, ready to kill concrete for the black woman. Lined up everywhere, all over America and all over the world. I have these kind of visions. Join us October 5th, and we're going to kick this off. Everything we do is for a tactical, permanent objective. Woo! I'm signing off. I have talked up here for 2.5 hours. I love you deeply. Understand me and what I'm trying to do. I'm giving you my all. Look around here in my office. That's everything going on here, Brother Akbar.
Black power, a black military.
When you hear from me, you hearing from him, you hearing from me.
Likewise.
And so on and so forth.
Maybe someone
I love you all. I'm not going to take any more questions right now, but I'm going to come back every week here at this time, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Jamaican time. We're coming back on. And then other times we're going to have it for Africa, where it's right prime time Africa, and it might be early in America. But I'm dedicated to Pan-Africanism. I'm dedicated to this process. And I'm dedicated to making my word bond. I've given you my word on the book of Khaled. And I'm going to dig in here now that I'm finally organized and make my word bond. I'm going to give you my word here on Black Lawyers for Justice. I said that I would fight for you legally. It takes time. Law is not easy. Law is not glamorous. Law is not as easy as preaching. Just get up and preach. Law takes a lot of work, a lot of discovery, a lot of motions, a lot of research. It's a lot of work fighting. I pledge to you that I'm going to be a cold-blooded advocate, continue to be a cold-blooded and a better cold-blooded advocate fighting in the courtrooms for our people. I pledge to you that I'm going to help bring about the unity amongst all African organizations. I pledge to you that I will return to Jamaica and I will meet till I get tired and fall out, till I can weave this alliance, this united front. I'm going to go to Colombia, back to Barbados, and all of these nations of the earth. I'm headed back to Africa. I'm going to talk to Africa. And I, with my own capacity and working with others, working with all of you in unity, we are going to get this job done in our lifetime. And we are going to make the work of these two men, Marcus Garvey and his student, Dr. Leonard P. Howe, we're going to make their works not in vain. Rasta, it is your time. You have given us the gift of music. You have inspired us. You have even taken us out of times we were depressed with the music, man. You have given us joy through the music, through Bob Marley and through Peter Tosh. You've given us joy through music. Now it's time, Rasta, that you take your political stand and your divine stand. You have a divine interpretation and teaching from that Bible that has to be heard to the world. And so I'm with you, Rasta. I'm coming back in to see my man Sizzler and everybody else. It's time for the worldwide Pan-African movement. It is time for the pain to be eased. It's time for the hurt, the heartache, the disappointment to be eased. I am your brother. I am your servant. I will give the last breath and bone in my body and damn near the last dollar in my pocket to see you free. May God bless you as I greet you. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Jah Rastafari. Hotep. Free the land.
Free the land.
Black laws for all black people.
Black laws for all.
Pan-Africanism or perish.
Pan-Africanism or perish.
Aluta continua.
Aluta continua.
Amanla.
Aman.
And all of the other great greetings of our people. And praises to the Honorable Robert Sobukwe. E-Africa. E-Africa. We must free Africa and we must take the land back.
Yeah.
I'm giving my contribution tonight. My name is attorney and Dr. Malik Zulu Shabazz, and I leave you now on behalf of Black Lawyers for Justice, the Black Men's Movement, the new Black Panther Party, the Black Power Movement, and most of all of ours and yours. It's yours now. The worldwide Pan-African movement. Check us out on WhatsApp. God bless you and Black Power.
Black Power. Assalamu alaikum.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Black Power.